guys, Miss C here. Today I'll be giving you a mini tutorial on how I work on Procreate. Procreate is a drawing application on the Apple iPad. Most artists who use this application like to also use an Apple Pen to make their art, which I will be using in this tutorial. Now the very first step is to open Procreate and tap on the plus in the top right corner of the iPad. There, you can pick which sizes you want or manage your own size by tapping on the little dark gray rectangle with the plus sign in it. For now, I am just going to pick the square since I will be doing a simple drawing. After picking your size, it will open a new blank canvas for you. Now, we are going to begin our drawing. The first thing I like to do is sketch out my idea. When I pick my brush type for sketching, I always like to use the 6B pencil size under sketching. During the sketching phase, you are basically trying to draw all your ideas to prepare it to go into finish. While I draw, I am keeping in mind what shapes I want to use to start building up the form of the character. In this drawing, I am only going to draw a head bust. I also like to start sketching in some details here and there while I build the character. If you have the Apple Pen, you can toggle between your brush and eraser tool by simply double tapping it on the flat side and bottom of the pen. This shortcut will help you work more quickly and efficiently through your drawing. You can also undo on Procreate if you tap two of your fingers at the same time on the screen. If you prefer to not use this shortcut, the little arrows on the left sliding toolbar can also be used to undo and redo. An easy shortcut to zoom in and out of the canvas is to touch and hold two fingers on the canvas. Moving the fingers away from each other will zoom into the canvas, while moving them inward towards each other will make it zoom out. After I finish sketching my drawing, I begin to draw the lines. I like to use the brush Syrup, that's under inking. This brush does a great job at making your lines look smoother. Throughout my process, you can see that I left some details without lines. That is because I am going to only use colors to create those shapes instead of having it drawn out with the line art. The next step that I take is to draw all around the shape of the character with a single color. I fill in the shape by touching, holding, and sliding the color from the top right corner. This allows me to begin working on it in another layer above the block colored drawing. For the layer above, I turn it into a clipped layer by tapping on the layer, and the options will pop out on the left. Now that the layer has become clipped, I can begin drawing on the shape without having to worry that I will draw out of the shape. This is a great way to add on details and not having to stress over erasing all around it later. Remember to name your layers too. It is a great way to be organized with your drawing and helps you work more efficiently through your project. After I put all the layers into groups and name them, I duplicate the group of colored layers, tap on it, then flatten it. I add another layer on top, turn it into a clipped layer, and this is where I'll be working my shadows. For the shadow layer, you can change the type of layer by selecting the letter N on the Layer tab. Scroll until you find Multiply, which you can find at the top of the list, and select it. I also like to make my shadow layer have a lower opacity so the shadows are not as dynamic and harsh on the character. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and feel free to use any of the techniques that I have shown you here to create amazing art. We would love to see your work. You can share your art by asking your parent to submit your art to us at media@teenprimetime.org. Please include project title, student's first name, grade, and school. Selected artwork will be highlighted on Team Primetime's website and YouTube channel. Alright guys, it's time to go. Until next time, keep doodling!